Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be Cincinnati going up against Kansas City. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And in just a moment, we'll hear from our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story.
And I think for the Knights, they've got the best record in the conference. No surprise they're making a big push in the Power Rankings. They're looking very much like a title contender.
Here's the starting group for Kansas City. Luka Doncic out there with Brown. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Trapuka in at the 3 spot. And for the Lions, Howell out there with Havlicek. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Tracy McGrady. And it's Robinson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here we go. And Greg, now that we have an... New season underway. What's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamentals.
Hall with the bucket.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Here's Trapuka. Back to Doncic. Over in the corner, Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. And it's Howell with the rebound. Nowitzki against McGrady. Pass to Johnson. They get it back. Robinson. Here's Howell. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
With the start that he's having, I expect a monster night.
Now, here's Doncic. Over McGrady. And it's Doncic missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's McGrady. Here's Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
Doncic with it. Now McGrady defending. Shoots the 3. Doncic, no good.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Richard, what do you see in what Luka Doncic sees on the floor?
Well, Kevin, I think he's tracking all 5 defensive players and all 4 of his offensive teammates. He always seems to find a way to get players involved.
And the basket by Nowitzki.
And the defense has to be up on Nowitzki more than that because he's too good a shooter from outside.
Johnson kicks to McGrady. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Doncic against McGrady. Nowitzki outside. Left side, Brown. Kansas City needs to get off a shot. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Wes Unseld Jr. gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him, how do you plan to deal with Luka Doncic? He laughed and said, I think that's a question the entire league is asking. Luka is amazing. He's been a superstar from day 1, and what impresses me the most is his poise. Nothing seems to get to him. Guys?
And Allie, thanks so much. And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Doncic. Off target from outside.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
They swipe it. Now Nowitzki. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. Pocket 6. Doncic dishes to Brown. And Kansas City misses again. Cincinnati leading by 8. Havlicek the pass to McGrady. Here's Johnson for the 3. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
Now here's Brown. No scoring in this one. A shot by Tripucka, no good. McGrady passes to Howell. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. Pass to Doncic. Here's Brown. Here's Tripucka, covered by Havlicek. A shot by Tripucka, no good. Havlicek outside. Now here is Robinson. Shoots over Brown. Robinson misses. Here's Tripucka. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. McGrady outside. Takes it inside. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty.
And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Here's what Cincinnati's going with right now. Starks checked in for Robinson. Russell comes in for Howell. Jalen Wells checked in for Havlicek. And it's Cooper in for Johnson. Now here's Bass. Offline from the high post.
That is not a bad decision to pull from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Russell dishes to Starks. Outside Russell. Pass to McGrady. It's deflected. Here's Washington. Oliveria. McGrady covering. Here's Bass. Knocked loose. Here's Oliverio. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Cooper. Here's Starks. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
There's a screen by Washington. Oliveria. By Wells. Pass to Washington. And a miss there on the triple. Now the Lions with it. They're on a 20-5 run here. Now McGrady. They set the pick. Off target from three-point range. Oliveria. Covered by Wells. Shoots. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Cincinnati, 13 points up at the end of the period. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lions.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
So with Nowitzki sitting on the bench, here's who Terry Stotts is going with. Got Levens. He's out there with Jaylen Brown. Baker out there with Washington. And it's Bass in at the 1 spot. And it doesn't seem like the analytics folks are often fans of the mid-range jumper. But Richard, where do you stand on that?
Well, I think great players have to use the mid-range jumper because most teams are protecting the paint and the three-point line. So for the best players, the shot creators, the guys that need to score buckets, they've got to have an in-between game.
Here's Atkins. Pass to Howell. Here's Atkins. He's guarded by Bass. Robinson for 3. Duga grabs the board. Kansas City trails by 12. Now Brown. Bass passes to Baker. And it's Howell with the rebound. Howell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Back to Johnson. They grab their own miss. Robinson. And then Robinson slams it in.
I mean, just throwing himself on the offensive glass, Robinson knows he has the size and length to capitalize there.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Now here's Bass. He has yet to score. Here's Baker. Brown trying to free himself up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Kansas City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting for the Knights, Baker, taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Pass to Howell. Here's Atkins. Here's Robinson. Lays it up and banks it in. Robinson's got the lead up to 14 now for Cincinnati.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Bass's shot, good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Offensive rebound, Robinson. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Pass to Bass. Over Atkins. 6 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. Here's Baker. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Havlicek the pass to Atkins. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Havlicek. Rebounded by Kansas City. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
And timeout called by Wes Unseld Jr. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Tonight's making a switch here. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Here's Atkins, guarded by Doncic. Atkins passes to Robinson. Here's the teardrop. Basket good. Robinson's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Doncic. Havlicek with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. And it's off from three-point range. Doncic passes to Tripucka. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. Howell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Atkins. Nothing on the board. On the wing, Havlicek. Robinson a screen on Doncic. Just 3 to shoot. Havlicek. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Kansas City trails by 13. Puts up a 3. And it's Howell with the rebound. Howell's got 8 rebounds in this game. Atkins passes to Johnson, and they call an illegal screen here.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown. How he performed last season. Averaged 15 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And when they need to add defense, that's who they look to.
It's hard to find defensive spark plugs, but he is one of them. The whole team comes alive on D when he's in the game.
Now here's Nowitzki. Stolen by Havlicek. And it's McGrady that time on the assist by Johnson. McGrady's got 9 points.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Nowitzki. And here's Doncic from the arc. That's tipped.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
McGrady outside. To the inside. And the basket by Starks. Starks has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
4 on the shot clock. Back to Washington. And Kansas City misses again.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's McGrady, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. McGrady's got 4 points in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot hear.
And the Lions with some changes. Wells comes in for Havlicek. And it's Cooper in for Johnson. Tipped away. Wells with the steal. Here's Starks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A moment to check out Luka Doncic here. Last season, he played outstanding. 6th in three-point field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, top 10 in the league, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets it going. And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Starks. And so Doncic will bring it up for Kansas City. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. And Kansas City misses again.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Here's Cooper. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. 4 on the clock. Costa Starks. Over 30. A shot by Starks, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Doncic outside. Nowitzki, that's for 2. And so it's Cincinnati sitting at a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Hey folks, first off, let's take a look at the overall NBA schedule on tap for tonight. The Bucks will face off against the Hawks out in Atlanta. 7:30 Eastern for the tip-off in that one.
I'm predicting a somewhat lopsided outcome, just saying.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Cincinnati Lions.
How about the points in the paint? Clearly, they made it a priority coming in.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Tracy McGrady.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Havlicek is out there with Howell. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Johnson. And it's McGrady in at the point guard position. And that's the group starting the second half for Wes Unseld Jr. Kansas City shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Cincinnati leading by 20. Howell, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Pass to Brown. Here's Trapuka. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. Havlicek's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brown against Johnson. No good from outside.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
From outside the arc, rebounded by Kansas City.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
Pass to Trapuka. Over in the corner, Doncic. Oh, good with the triple.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Johnson for 3. Another miss by Johnson.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you've got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And Kansas City making a change here. Pass is checked in. Here's McGrady. Cincinnati again missing. The Knights on offense. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Nowitzki outside. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Nowitzki's got 5.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Beyond the arc. And it's McGrady that time on the assist by Johnson. 14 points for him.
You gotta love seeing McGrady when he's hot. An amazing score from any spot on the floor.
And for the timeout by Terry Stotts here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Nice game. Great performance by Tracy McGrady.
We all know the message from their coach. Figure out a way to stop the hot hand.
Levens checked in for Kansas City. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Here's Brown. Pass to Tripucka. Now Bass. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A shot by Tripucka, no good.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
No coverage, that's it.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
The kick out to Brown. Levens passes to Tripucka. Brown outside. And Kansas City misses again.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
There's McGrady, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. McGrady's got 19 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now Bass. Nowitzki with the screen on McGrady. And here's Brown outside. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Here's Tripucka, and the layup falls. Tripucka's got 5.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Cincinnati calls timeout. Cincinnati will go for a different look here. Starks checked in for Robinson. Russell comes in for Howell. Jalen Wells checked in for Havlicek. And it's Cooper in for Johnson. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. Basketball is a beautiful game, but Commissioner Adam Silver said the most important part from our standpoint is ensuring that there's always competitive tension on the floor. Fans like the physical aspect that comes with this game. We don't want that to be lost. Guys?
Keeping that edge. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. And as it goes out of bounds, the Lions able to keep the ball here. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
On the wing, Tracy McGrady. And another three for Cincinnati.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Bass. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. From deep three-point land. Starks with the rebound. Starks has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint. McGrady passes to Starks. And he jams it with authority.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Starks has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Pass to Thurman. Looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. McGrady outside. Russell sets a screen for McGrady. Just his first attempt. Russell, no good. Now here's Bass. Covered by Wells. Takes it off the glass.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
McGrady kicks to Wells. There's the lob to the hoop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Bass passes to Washington. Oliverio, covered by Wells. Pass to Washington. Three-pointer. The rebound by Cooper. And so it's Cincinnati going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for Kansas City. Levens is out there with Baker. Then there's Washington. Then it's Walker. Outside, Russell. Pass to Atkins. Down low. Here's Starks. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Oliverio. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Starts with a screen on Washington. Atkins misses. And Kansas City shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. And here is Washington. Pass to Levens. Over in the corner, Washington. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. Starks has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Russell, and the slam dunk by Russell.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Washington. Outside, Walker. Pass to Levens. Over in the corner, Washington. Over Atkins. And it's Washington missing. The Lions have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Atkins with the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Offline with the baseline jumper. The Lions have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Oliverio. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Assisted by
And the Lions with possession here. Pass to Cooper. Outside, Russell. Here's Cooper. There's the pick. Pulls up. High post. Walker with the rebound. It's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Kansas City. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Atkins. He's covered by Washington. Here's Wells. And that one's drained from the low block.
Despite his relatively quiet night, they are still winning, and that just shows this team is more than just about one guy.
Richard, we see such an influx of foreign players. Any concern that American-born players will fall behind?
100%. We have to change our development. We have to change our approach to youth basketball because right now the Europeans, 1, hungrier, 2, they have a greater approach for skill and technique at an early age. Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Pass to Cooper. Screen by Russell. To the middle. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Cincinnati.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
For Kansas City, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And Bass kicks to Washington. Pass to Baker. And the shot goes in.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
The Lions have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. McGrady against Washington. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Kansas City. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
McGrady outside. Starts with a screen on Washington. A shot by McGrady, no good. For Kansas City, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Milicic kicks to Bass. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. Starts with the rebound. Cincinnati has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Wells wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc. Wells has got 5 points now this quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
McGrady against Washington. McGrady with the ball. Bank shot, no good.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Cincinnati.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
they made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Baker, no good. McGrady passes to Atkins. And here's Russell. Here's McGrady. Six to shoot. 16 feet away. Again, Cincinnati scores.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
So we see Cincinnati get the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
Yeah, you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Tracy McGrady.
Number 1, Victor
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. While they're still in the bottom third of the league, they do get a little bump in the rankings.
Well, I think for San Antonio, they're in the lower end of the rankings and headed down. Not the position you want to find yourself in. Now, we'll see if they can stabilize in the coming games.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Duran out there with Jalen Williams. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Kaman in at the 5. And for the Spurs, Harper out there with Castle. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then there's Wembanyama. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Duran. And here in the early season, Tim, what are you watching from these teams now?
Well, I'm looking, BA, for roles and how they have evolved and changed from a year ago. It's amazing how much difference just one season can make, putting guys in better position to succeed.
How much will rotations change through the months now?
Significantly. I think coaches are trying to find out who they can trust as you get deeper into the season.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Kaman. Count that bucket.
Running the show, Gilgeous-Alexander is talented as a passer.
On offense, here are the Spurs. 4-point game. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Yeah, and that made it difficult to stay connected to their shooting.
It's good.
Coach would love to see Wemby clean the offensive glass like that every time.
Pass to Duran. Outside, SGA. And there's a pick. Right wing. Releases. Kaman shot is off.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
Wembanyama screen. Three-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Wembanyama's got 5 now.
Come on. 7+ feet guys like Wemby, they aren't supposed to be that fluid shooting.
Back to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
That is just athleticism, working against that kind of length.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year. Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim, that's how you finish in the open floor.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Pass to Durant. 6 to shoot. And there's the rejection. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Let's look at the top rebounders from last season. Jalen Duran is second, and of course Victor Wembanyama.
These two were a consistent presence around the rim, able to anticipate where the ball was going and just gobbling up the boards.
Thunder leading by 3. Oh, got a piece of it. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Durant. Castle on the wing. Outside Durant. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he drops in the layup off the glass. SGA's got his second basket.
Yeah, making it look easy. Gilgeous-Alexander is so skilled. The ball on a string, and we see him do this time and time again.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Harper passes to Wembanyama. He puts up a three. The Thunder with the rebound. And going against San Antonio, their first meeting of the year.
They took the season series against this opponent last year. High-profile games are the best.
And the finish on the break with the slam.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Williams passes to Duran. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. That shot wide open. SGA's got 7 points.
Outside, inside, in between, it doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
To the wing, right side. That one no good. Some solid defense from Williams. Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, BA. Guys who are going to make the right play. Defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
Now here's Castle. Charity stripe shot. Misses his 4th shot of the night. Still hasn't hit one yet. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 6-point lead. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Hits a three-pointer.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Substitution here for Oklahoma City.
Substitution on the court.
Thunder leading by 3. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander does it all. He said, once I made an emphasis to try to affect the game on both ends of the floor, I have found myself having success. So for me, it's just a want to. Coach Mark Dagnall said, he wants to win, and if you want to win, you have to do the invisible things. Guys, back to you.
A two-way talent. All right, Allie, thank you. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 11 so far. Pass to SGA. Here's Minot. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kerr. And there's 1:38 left in the first quarter. Farmer, the pass to Harper. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Barkley. Here's Koloko. Sohan covering, and it's Koloko missing.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Kerr, pass to Harper. There's the screen. Here's Farmer from deep. Buries it from 3. And that makes it a tie ball game.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
Pass to SGA. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
Yeah, boy, is he dialed in. Perfect from the field this period.
Sohan, left side. To the left side wing. Farmer fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. He's got 5.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Now here's SGA. Banked it in off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 2. What a performance for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back after this word. This has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. They've got Williams, and it's Duren in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's LaRue. 3-pointer off the mark. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all. Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's LaRue. No made baskets yet. Duren, the screen. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Back come the Spurs in transition. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Excellent defender. Wembanyama using his gigantic wingspan to come up with steals.
Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Thunder trail by 4. So Mark Dagnall will call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. Number 1, the Thunder.
Well, last year, they were tremendous at the line. A very fundamentally sound team shooting-wise.
Out to the right wing. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Pass to Duran. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Rebounded by Castle.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Outside, Williams. Can they get it? The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds in the game. Durant takes it in. Castle for 3. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
So Mark Degno will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. City making a switch here. Thunder trail by 9. Pass to Barkley. And there's the screen. The Thunder with another miss.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Harper passes to Durant. He shoots a 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Rebounded by Kamen. Thunder trail by 12. Pass to Barkley. Outside, Williams. They set the screen. Out left to the wing. Here's Kamen. No good. Unable to win this run.
Probably not the shot they had in mind. But you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
For 3, Durant. Offensive board. Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
I'm always worried about Victor's head hitting the rim.
The Thunder have gone 0 for 6 in the second. Not looking good. Out to the wing. Here's Kamen. Nice form on the 20-footer. Kamen's got 6 points.
Drawing those defenders to the lane creates space on the perimeter. Beautiful look.
Now Castle. He has 7. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Williams.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Pass to LaRue. Here's Kamen. And it's good for 2. Give him 8 points now.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
Timeout called, the Spurs. City going with almost an entire new group here. Looking at last year, here were the players that led the way in terms of overall scoring. Second is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
How about an update on Jalen Duren? Let's check in with Ali LaForce.
Guys, I had a moment.
Oh, look at him fly! Look at that power!
And that's creativity. Gilgeous-Alexander continues to amaze.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. And it's San Antonio's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. And Tim, to have the success that SGA has had, is there something different to his approach?
Well, B.A., I just think he's so shifty, so quick in changing directions, and he can decelerate once he gets into the paint. That change of pace makes it very difficult to stop, and it's the reason he's the perennial league leader in drives to the rim.
Shout out Canada too, eh?
Of the North.
Shot clock at 2. Rebounded by the Spurs. They've led by as many as 14. Pass to Sohan. Here's Farmer. The 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 rebounds in the game. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Kerr. No points so far. SGA with a steal. Houston passes to SGA. Stripped away. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Here's Houston. Pass to SGA. Fades and shoots. Here's Minot. And another miss by Oklahoma City. And so the San Antonio Spurs earning this break in the action, up 10, just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More 2K action in just a moment.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're thinking about the shot. Too bad. Let's hear it for the participants.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the San Antonio Spurs.
I have some research here that might explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making threes. That's why they're ahead.
I can't even begin to tell you how profound that was, big fella. And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
Taking a look here at the Thunder, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
Splitting the first 2 games, this next one could indicate which direction they're headed. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
San Antonio leading by 10. They've got Harper. Kevin Durant is out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Stephon Castle. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. And stolen by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Rebound by San Antonio.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
On the wing, Durant. Five to shoot. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. Harper misses. Thunder trail by 10. Williams with it. Durant covering. Kaman gets the bucket. Kaman's got 10 points in the game.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
While getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Now here's Castle. He's got 7. Pass to Harper. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Good D by SGA. And SGA has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
That one misses. And Tim, 1 year you shot over 50% from the field and from three-point range, not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the 3 could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Outside, Williams. Duren the screen. Williams passes to Kaman. In transition, here they come. Rebounded by Kaman.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Number 12.
San Antonio leading by 7. Wembanyama screen. An open look for Durant. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Kaman's got 4 rebounds now.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Pass to Williams. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. 5 on the clock. Duren with the bucket. Duren's got 5 points now this quarter.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Outside Wembanyama. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Lets it go for 14. That one's wide left. Thunder trail by 5. Pass to SGA. the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It goes on Stephon Castle.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. Nice ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shea in the league.
Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. Oklahoma City making a switch here. And the second free throw is good. Spurs lead by 4. Outside Durant. Pass to Castle. Back to Durant. Wembanyama screen. 4 on the clock. Curran with a steal. Here's LaRue. Yet to see a basket. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires for 3. And another miss by Oklahoma City. San Antonio's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Wembanyama finds Durant. Durant owning the inside.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Thunder trail by 6. Here's LaRue. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Sweet looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
And the shot goes down.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 16. Drives to the hoop. Look at Shea playing big inside.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And a quick pause here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and check out last season's best shot blockers. Victor Wembanyama is second.
It's obvious that he completely dedicated himself to protecting the rim, doing everything he could to get his hands on as many shots as possible.
Pass to Kerr. Back to Wembanyama. Puts it up from 17. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Thunder trail by 4. Here's Koloko. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Here's SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander with the hammer.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Pass to Harper. Here's Kerr. Still no points. There's a screen. Outside for Wembanyama. Wemby showing off the range.
Yeah, and this is the kind of impact Wemby makes offensively, because he can score in just so many ways.
Here's Minot. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Outside, SGA to the wing on the left. No good there. San Antonio leading by 5. Here's Harper. It's rebounded by Houston. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 for 9 in the half. Minot. No good from outside.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
And Harper gets it to go.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
4-3. The Thunder with another miss.
There's aggressive, and then there's trying to do too much. His scoreless effort is hurting this team.
Fires from the wing. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's just a great play on his part with the clock winding down.
And so it's San Antonio with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The flow of the game has favored them in general, but hey, the tide can shift. Back to the game after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Taking a look at the Thunder. Jalen Williams is out there with Duran. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Kamen in at the 5 spot. Man, that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22 points.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands this team wants him to be aggressive on offense. Love watching him go to work.
And SGA throws it down.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Well, not all turnovers are created equal. Live ball turnovers lead to that.
Castle outside. Jacks up a 3. They grab their own miss. Wembanyama, effortless inside.
This can be a simple game. Get the ball to Wemby, let him score.
Pass to Duran. There's a screen from deep. SGA sends it home from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points here in the second half. San Antonio leading by 4.
Oklahoma City foul. Chris Kamen. First personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Harper. Wembanyama, screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep, Harper.
Yeah, he's not having the same success from the field that he saw in the first half.
Williams passes to Kamen. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Pass to Durant. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Duran. Durant with the bucket. And the Spurs lead by 4.
And what I love about his performance tonight, he started slow, but he refocused at halftime, and he has really picked it up.
Now here's Duran. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Good heads-up basketball. Season opening and capitalizes.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Left side SGA. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's Harper. Castle outside. Wembanyama, screen on Williams. Here's Castle. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Pass to Duran. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The D's right on him. Here's Kamen. Harper pulls it in.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Castle outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Up top, Castle. Elbow shot. And the shot no good. A bit short. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Warriors at Chase Center in San Francisco. It'll be their second game of a 4-game road trip.
Well, his production is not in question now if he could just get his teammates involved.
The Spurs call time. Swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks so much. I was able to hear San Antonio's coach going over their plan during the break. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Harper. Castle outside for three. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Williams.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Outside SGA. Ooh, tough finish inside by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Here's Castle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wembanyama screen. Beyond the arc. Another chance. No good.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
1:51 left in the fourth. SGA. Ooh, the shot misses.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Yes, sir!
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get a high percentage at the rim.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Duran. Takes a three. Money from three.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
San Antonio's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Durant. Ooh, it misses. Oklahoma City has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Cannot convert on the second. That misses. San Antonio's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. take the lead. Castle pulls it down. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
He gets it to go.
Now, that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
With the time left, I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
Alexander. 23 seconds left in the final quarter.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
He drops the first one, and that brings him within 2 here. SGA hits them both.
Yeah, a lot of pressure in this situation. Not easy to convert those free throws.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And that could seal it at the line. He looked totally composed the entire time.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throws.
same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
The Spurs call time. That's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by SGA. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Ali LaForce,
starters for Milwaukee. We've got Williamson. Antetokounmpo is out there with Paulovic. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And for Atlanta, they've got Young. Dominique Wilkins out there with O'Neal. And it's Eaton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And you look across the NBA landscape, Stan, a lot of turnover in the summer.
Yeah, Kevin, it takes a few weeks just to get used to seeing coaches and players. Different spots around the league, and it'll take some time for those players and coaches to adjust as well.
Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
And we heard about Westbrook's ball skills coming out of college. Looks like a well-deserved reputation.
Wilkins outside. Young pass to O'Neal. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Young from the arc, rebounded by the Bucks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, look, it's really hard to win a game being one-dimensional. It can be done, but it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, drives in.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Left side, Westbrook. He doesn't hit that one. Good defensive work there by Young. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. Giannis was the topic of our conversation, and Coach said after a deep breath, I mean, there's no need to exhaust yourself over how to stop Giannis. He's going to leave his mark on the floor. We just have to deploy something to mute his production a little bit. They've definitely got their hands full trying to slow one of the game's best. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. So it's the Bucks now after the basket by Atlanta. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And really, the playmaking skills that Giannis possesses are special. He's so difficult to guard and screen and rolls because of him.
You know, Stan, there are so many things to like about Giannis Antetokounmpo's game. What sticks out most for you?
Well, look, I think, Kevin, most fans are going to say what sticks out is the obvious. His size and his athletic ability. But to me, what really stands out is the energy and intensity he brings on a nightly basis. As much or more than any star in this league, you can count on him every night to play as hard as anyone on the floor.
You can tell Dominique Wilkins just has that extra edge to his game. He's always hunting down his next bucket and willing to fight to get it.
Both free throws good from Wilkins. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Kicks it out to Williamson. 5 to shoot. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Offline with his 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Wilkins, the pass to Aguilar. It's tipped out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. In the third spot, the Bucks.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Now here's Giannis. Hasn't made one yet. Malawach, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Young's shot is off.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the
Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Atlanta.
Number 14, Asar
Thompson. Hawks on D. Mr. Williamson. Now Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. Got us a screen on Young. A three-pointer, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Drives to the hoop. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
Westbrook kicks to Williamson. Back to Westbrook. Inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 11 points a game last season. 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
Carberry, good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Malawach. Here's Jackson to stop the drought. Thompson with the rebound. Now here's White. Here's Marbury. Guarded by Jackson. Wilkins outside. The rebound by the Bucks.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
It's stolen by Wilkins. Here's Marbury. Guarded by Jackson. Pass to Wilkins. 5 on the clock. And that one comes up a bit short. Westbrook finds Humphries. Jackson setting the pick here for Humphries. Here's Malawach. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Stolen by Thompson. And it's Humphries with the rebound. Bucks trail by 4. 1:11 left in the first quarter of the game. Jackson from long range drills the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Marbury. White wide open. He fires. Hands it from downtown. And the Hawks lead by 4.
A smooth three-point shot from White, who just had to hit them right back.
Bounce pass from Westbrook. Malawach. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Brad Doherty, he's checked in for the Bucks. Blake comes in for Russell Westbrook. And the second free throw, good. Here's Marbury. Seconds left in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point land, Doherty grabs the board. Now Now Blake has to Jackson. To the paint. Here's Doherty. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
And a closely contested, grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. Hawks lead by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Well, their defense was incredible. Wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Doherty is out there with Bonner. Then there's Williamson. And there's Jackson, and it's Blake in at the point guard position. Doherty, no luck. The Hawks leading to the inside. Here's Barber, guarded by Blake, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that matchup with the 76ers, it's the 8th time they'll take the floor in this fledgling season. They'll be prepared for a tough one there.
Atlanta making a switch here. Young's checked in.
Really nice move there. Doherty has such a polished skill set. Makes it an easy conversion for him in the painted area.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen from Milwaukee?
I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
Young's shot is off. Milwaukee in the lead. Pass to Jackson. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. 2 points. That one goes. Bonner's got his first points of the night.
And how about the attitude of Jackson? Just an extraordinary passer who knows how to orchestrate a team.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. And Stan, you think about the skill level of Trae Young. What makes him, in your opinion, such a tough cover?
Well, I think the best thing about Trae Young, Kevin, is as much of a scorer he is, he's even better as a passer. And so it's hard to commit a second defender to Trae Young all the time because he will find the open people and create great shots for his team.
Westbrook, no good. The Hawks trailing. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Okongwu with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Aguilar. Pass to Okongwu. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Down low, it's deflected. Young inside, guarded by Blake. The score now all even. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, look, because of his shooting ability, you have to get up on Young, but then that makes it even easier for him to blow by you.
Now here's Young. Scoreless thus far. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Blake. Back at 6. Pass to Okongwu. Aguilar, he's covered by Westbrook. Okongwu trying to break free and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
clearly a foul.
And coach, for teams defending the pick and roll, you often hear coaches talking about being at the level. Well, what does that mean?
Well, Kevin, what it means is the guy guarding the screener, the defender guarding the screener, has to be all the way up with that guy at the point of the screen, as opposed to being in drop coverage where the guy defending the screener will lay back.
Here's Young after the basket by Milwaukee. Wilkins with a screen on Westbrook. Westbrook against Young from downtown, and it's Humphries with the rebound. For Milwaukee, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Here's and grabs the miss. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. Bucks number 1, the Hawks second.
And it's no secret that both of these teams rely heavily on the three-point shot. That was the case last year. Look at those numbers.
And the first one at the line is good. Thompson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Kobe White comes in for Young. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Malawach is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
There's a screen. To the middle, deflects the pass. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Peterson. Pass to Thompson. Outside, White. Out to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Giannis. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
The Bucks trail. To the paint. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. That's where Giannis wants the ball.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
White dishes to Thompson. Thompson, a screen on Westbrook. The Hawks again can't hit. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Bucks making a switch here. Jackson's checked in, and Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. The Hawks trail by 3. Wilkins with a screen on Jackson. Pass to Wilkins. Over Humphries, and that one's good. Wilkins has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. It's going to be Malawach shooting. It's on Asar Thompson. The Bucks shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Doherty, he's checked in for the Bucks. Now, here's Wilkins. He has 6. And Humphries has it in the corner. Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Malawach. And the Bucks miss again. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's White. And here's Wilkins from the arc. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Well, he's building nicely off that first quarter. In a groove now.
Doherty up top. this one up. Outside Jackson. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Jackson's got 5.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
15 seconds left here in the second. Here's Marbury. This one for 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Milwaukee on top, leading by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And a look here now at the Bucks. They didn't come out the gates the way they hoped. Took the L, but they don't think that represents who they are.
Well, it might be just a matter of shaking off that rust, Shaq, and I think the second game will give us some insight.
And focusing back in on the Hawks, they're in a tight one.
Their focus on defense has been inconsistent. Tough to win with lapses at that end.
Yeah, they got to clamp down in the second half, man. Better communication and multiple efforts.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Nice game, great performance by Dominique Wilkins.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got Jermaine O'Neal. He's out there with Dominique Wilkins. And it's Aguilar at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. First free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. Milwaukee in the lead. Inside, here's Malawach.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Young inside. He's covered by Westbrook. Young against Westbrook. Here's Aguilar. They get the rebound. He comes up empty down low. Milwaukee leading by 4. It takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now, here is Young. Down low. Stolen away. Out to the wing. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. Pass to Williamson. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. The Hawks trail by 6. Wilkins finds Young. Off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. Tries the spin move. The rebound by Blake.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
For Atlanta, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's the screen to the inside. And Okongwu slams it in.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get himself on the highlight reel.
Now here's Westbrook. From deep. Anderson grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to O'Neal. Now Young from the arc. Westbrook with the nice D there.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Here's Giannis. Now Blake. Shoots a 3. Westbrook can't get it to go.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Peterson the pass to O'Neal, and there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. Brad Daugherty, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Jackson in for Russell Westbrook. On defense, Milwaukee. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points, 6 to shoot. White dishes to Okongwu. Shoots over Daugherty. A shot by Okongwu, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Peterson. Here's Marbury. Outside, White. Thompson outside. Blake with the steal. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Peterson. Pass to White. And here is Okongwu. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Milwaukee making a switch. Humphries checked in. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. In 4th, the Bucks.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
Here's Jackson. He has 5. And Humphries has it in the corner. Milwaukee, no good that time either. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Outside Jackson. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And that one drops. Daugherty's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
There's the pick. Puts it up from 15. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Jackson kicks to Williamson. Back to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Williamson. Blake for 3. That shot off. It's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Marbury. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
And it's tied up with that one. We've got 1:23 left in the third. And here's Westbrook. Pass to Malowacz. O'Neal with the rebound. The Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Wilkins now top of the key. For the lead over Humphries. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Williamson is checked in for the Bucks. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Well, a miss is unfortunate, but he still manages to put them ahead. Barely.
Here's Malowacz, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Malowacz has got 10 points. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Marbury. He's covered by Westbrook. Marbury passes to O'Neal. Here's Wilkins. Here's Heaton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 7 as we approach the 4th quarter. Still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Bucks lead by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
3 tenths quarters behind us and more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Williamson out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Malowacz. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Aguilar. Rebound Milwaukee. Malowacz has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Well, with this team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Jermaine O'Neal.
Shooting from Milwaukee. Number 3. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. The Hawks trailing. Here's Aguilar. Rebounded by the Bucks. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. They set the pick to the wing right side. Fade away. Wilkins pulls it in. And so it's Wilkins who brings up the ball for the Hawks. It's a one-point game. Here's Aguilar. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
It's stolen by Wilkins. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Aguilar passes to Wilkins. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Giannis. Up and in from the low block. And the Bucks lead by 1.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Well, as a coach, you're always telling your guys to play hard. That's what we need.
Aguilar passes to Wilkins. Outside, White. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Aguilar, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on. Come on, Malawash.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clear.
And the Hawks making a change here. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. Coach challenging the team to play faster. He emphasized the main focus is that first pass off a turnover or a rebound. Make it quicker to get the ball out and into transition. Let's see if those words actually work.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. And he sinks the second.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Giannis sets a screen for Westbrook. Giannis left side. Got a piece of it. Pass to Young.
Team second.
We're in the final. Whoa!
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
To the paint. There's Giannis with the slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Outside Wilkins. Pass to O'Neal. Wilkins, bounce pass. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on the silver platter. Just served him up.
Timeout called by Coach Isola. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. post shot. The offensive rebound. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Doesn't go that time.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And Westbrook throws it down.
And an incredible display of awareness there. Giannis, a great read on the defensive end and understands this team wants to run.
And it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. 6 to shoot. Here's Young. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Westbrook. Here's Antetokounmpo to take the lead. He gets it to go.
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Here's he. It's blocked, and they recover it. O'Neal fires. Poked away. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Now Westbrook. Now Antetokounmpo. And it's sent back by O'Neal. That's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And the Hawks making a change here. Knocked away. Rockets hits. Stolen by Wilkins. Here's Marbury. He's covered by Westbrook. That shot, no good. The Bucks have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Williamson outside. Outside Westbrook. Leaves it in off the window.
And the defense really can't let the rookie get inside. This is right where Westbrook wants to live.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Here's Marbury. He's covered by Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. 17-foot shot away.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
And there's the dunk.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Westbrook with the block. And they go to the intentional foul.
15 seconds. Shooting number 1.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Here's Marbury. He's covered by Westbrook. No good, and a chance to end the run right there. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, what an assist, leading him to the bucket. And so the Bucks take the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Now we have
Giannis,
great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Here with Stan Van Gundy. Great.